We need to talk about emotional detachment. This will hurt to hear, but you need it. The way you think about letting go of someone is all wrong. What you call love might actually be fear. Fear of being alone, fear of starting over, fear of facing yourself without someone else to distract you. Ask yourself this question: if the person you cannot stop thinking about disappeared tomorrow, would you still know who you are? Or would you collapse like a house built on sand? That knot in your stomach when they do not answer your message, the hours spent checking if they are online, the endless thoughts about where they are and who they are with. This is not love. This is not even close to love. This is emotional prison, and you hold the key. The racing heart, the constant checking of your phone, the relief when they contact you and the panic when they do not. These feelings are not romance. They are anxiety wearing a mask. Carl Jung explained it perfectly. The meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. But you are not being transformed. You are being erased. You change your opinions to match theirs. You abandon interests they do not share. You become smaller, quieter, less yourself with each passing day. This is not love. This is slow disappearance. Love expands you. Attachment shrinks you. Love brings peace. Attachment brings chaos. Love feels like freedom. Attachment feels like drowning. And deep down, in the quiet moments when you are honest with yourself, you know this truth. Emotional attachment operates like addiction. The person becomes your drug. Their attention gives you a high. Their absence creates withdrawal. You become willing to accept any small dose of them rather than face the pain of having none at all. Jung understood this human tendency to seek outside what we lack inside. We project our unmet needs onto others, then demand they fill our emptiness. But no other person can ever fill what is missing within you. Attachment whispers toxic lies. Without them, you are nothing. You will never find anyone else. Any piece of them is better than none at all. These lies keep you chained to relationships that diminish you. True emotional detachment is not about becoming cold or uncaring. It's about reclaiming your center. It means standing strong in who you are while allowing others the freedom to be who they are. It means loving without demanding, caring without controlling. The journey toward detachment begins when you recognize that your value does not rise or fall based on whether someone chooses you. Your worth exists independent of anyone else's validation. This realization plants the first seed of freedom. The process of letting go will hurt. This pain cannot be avoided. Detachment feels like tearing away part of your identity because, in many ways, it is. You built your sense of self around another person, and now you must rebuild it around your own core. The strange truth about emotional detachment is that it leads to more authentic love, not less. When you stop clinging to someone out of fear of loss, you create space for genuine connection based on mutual growth rather than mutual dependency. Detachment requires facing your greatest fear, that you are not enough on your own. Every fiber of your being will resist this confrontation. Your mind will create elaborate stories about why you cannot let go. They need me. Things will change. This time will be different, but on the other side of this struggle lies something precious, your peace. A quiet mind that does not race with anxiety about another person's thoughts or actions. A heart that beats steadily rather than pounding with fear or desperation. You have lived so long believing someone else holds the key to your happiness that you forgot happiness was always yours to claim. The path of detachment returns this power to you. Emotional attachment distorts not just your relationships, but your very identity. You become a chameleon, constantly changing colors to blend with your environment. The question, "Who am I?" becomes, Impossible to answer because you have become a reflection rather than a person. Jung called this the shadow, the parts of yourself you hide away to be accepted by others. Your true desires, your honest opinions, your authentic needs. These fragments of your real self get buried under the weight of your attachment. When attachment governs your relationships, you stop making choices based on what you want and start making them based on what will keep the other person close, what movie to watch, what food to eat, what friends to see. Every decision filtered through the question, will this please them? Your emotions become tied to their moods. If they are happy, you feel relief. If they are distant, you feel panic. This emotional dependency creates a constant state of anxiety that masquerades as care. No one should have this much power over your inner state. No one should be the sun around which your entire emotional world orbits. This imbalance does not create love. It creates instability, insecurity, and eventually resentment. The most dangerous aspect of attachment is how it distorts reality. You begin to see the person not as they truly are, but as you need them to be. You ignore red flags, you minimize problems, you create an idealized version that exists only in your mind. Healing begins with brutal honesty. You must look at your attachment without filters or excuses, not to blame yourself, but to understand the patterns that keep you trapped. The journey toward emotional detachment is sacred work. It happens in quiet moments when you choose your peace over the chaos of chasing someone who cannot give you what you need. It happens when you sit with your loneliness rather than running from it. Most people avoid this journey. They jump from relationship to relationship, carrying the same patterns with them like luggage. They never address the root cause, the belief that they are incomplete without another person to fill their emptiness. Detachment requires learning to parent yourself, to speak to yourself with kindness when you feel the urge to reach out to someone who hurts you, to hold your own hand through the discomfort of healing. There will be setbacks, days when you convince yourself that one more text, one more chance, one more try will change everything. Each time you return to your commitment to yourself, you grow stronger. As you progress on this path, something remarkable happens. Your emotional frequency changes. You stop attracting people who want to possess you and start attracting those who want to walk beside you. You stop accepting crumbs of affection and start requiring full, healthy connection. Many will leave your life during this transformation. Some will be uncomfortable with your new boundaries. Others will feel threatened by your growing independence. Let them go. They were in love with your dependency, not your authentic self. The roots of emotional attachment often reach back to childhood. The adult who cannot detach today was once a child who learned that love came with conditions. Be good, be quiet, be perfect, be whatever they need you to be, or risk losing their love. Jung called this the wounded inner child, the part of you that still carries these early lessons about love and worth. This child lives within you, influencing your adult relationships in ways you might not recognize. This child learned that security came from outside, not from within, that your value was determined by others, not by yourself. These beliefs became the foundation upon which you built all your relationships. When you become attached to someone, you are often unconsciously trying to rewrite your original story, to finally be chosen, to finally be enough, to finally receive the unconditional love you needed long ago. But this mission is doomed from the start because no adult relationship can heal your childhood wounds. No partner can be your parent. No love can rewrite your past. Another dangerous pattern emerges from these early wounds, falling in love with potential rather than reality. You see in others not who they are, but who they could become. You wait for transformation that never arrives while your life passes by. Years can be lost this way. Looking back, you might realize you spent precious time loving someone who existed mainly in your hopes, not in reality. Many people become addicted to relationship drama because calm feels empty to them. The fighting, the making up, the intensity, these create an emotional high that peaceful connection cannot match. This addiction keeps you trapped in a cycle of pain that you mistake for passion. Real love does not hurt this way. Real love creates safety, not constant anxiety. Breaking free requires self-affirmation, standing firmly in your truth, saying, "This is what I need, this is what I will accept, this is what I will not tolerate," and meaning it even when it costs you a relationship. Jung spoke about integration, becoming whole within yourself rather than seeking wholeness through others. This means embracing all parts of yourself, including those you have been taught to hide or deny. The path is difficult. There will be nights when loneliness feels unbearable, when the urge to contact someone who hurts you feels stronger than your commitment to healing. These moments are tests of your resolve. Each time you choose yourself, your peace, your growth, your truth, over the temporary relief of returning to attachment, you rewrite the story of your life. You create new neural pathways. You become stronger. Letting go is not giving up, it is growing up. It is recognizing that sometimes the most loving thing you can do for yourself and the other person is to release them from expectations they cannot meet. The greatest truth about detachment is this: the love of your life is not a person. It never was. The love of your life is your path, your growth, your journey toward becoming fully yourself. What you call heartbreak is often life clearing away what no longer serves your evolution. The person you cannot let go of might be the very obstacle preventing you from becoming who you are meant to be. There is a profound difference between being alone and being empty. Being alone is circumstance. Being empty is wound. When you heal the wound, solitude becomes not punishment, but sanctuary. In this sanctuary, you discover that no one deserves to compromise your peace. No connection is worth the price of your self-respect. No love should require you to become less so that someone else can feel more. True love does not create chains. It creates wings. It does not diminish. It expands. It does not control. It releases. What hurts is not love, but attachment, disguised as love. When you finally understand this, not intellectually but in your bones, everything changes. You stop chasing, you stop begging, you stop accepting relationships that take more than they give. You realize that you did not come to this life to please others. You came to discover the full expression of your unique spirit. And anyone who truly loves you will want this for you as much as you want it for yourself. If anything I have said has resonated within you, I invite you to make a commitment to yourself. Write down these words somewhere, you will see them. My peace is more valuable than my fear. This statement becomes your anchor when attachment pulls you back toward old patterns. It reminds you what is truly at stake. Subscribe to join others on this journey of transformation. This channel exists not to entertain you, but to awaken you to deeper truths about yourself and your relationships. From this moment forward, you will not be able to view your attachments the same way. You have seen behind the curtain. You have glimpsed the difference between love and dependency. This knowledge changes everything. It will make some relationships impossible to continue. It will make others deeper and more authentic than before.